Breathe Yoga.
In this video, we'll be going over 5 beginner poses to help prepare you for your yoga practice. If you were to walk into a studio today, you will most likely be cued through most, if not all, of these poses. So let's get onto our mats and get familiar with these essential poses. Bring your knees wide with your big toes together. Sit your hips towards your heels and send your torso down towards your mat. Now extend your arms forward and relax your shoulders. In child's pose, feel the opening in your ankles, your shoulders, your hips, and your lower back. This pose serves as a pit stop for your practice. So at any point during your practice, if you're feeling fatigued, return to this position and allow yourself time to gather your energy and refuel before starting up once again. Child's pose also helps to lengthen the back of the torso. So here is a front view of the lengthening of the torso. Now, making your way out of child's pose, come to a tabletop position with your shoulders stacked over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Inhale, draw your tailbone up, lower your belly, and send your gaze up towards the sky for cow pose. Exhale, round your spine and push the ground away from you for cat pose. Move through a few rounds of cat and cow at your own pace by inhaling for cow pose and exhaling for cat pose. After your rounds, come back to a tabletop pose. Press down firmly into your hands and send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. I usually like to start off downward facing dog with my knees bent. That way I can give my hamstrings time to lengthen. When you're in this pose, continue to press your hands down into your mat while sending your heel towards the earth in order to create lift in your tailbone. This pose helps to strengthen your arms, your legs, and your torso, in addition to lengthening the back of your body. Gently lower your knees down to your mat, coming to a tabletop position. Then from here, stack your shoulders over your wrists, keeping your toes tucked. Press the ground away from you, coming into your plank pose. Tone your belly and engage your abdominal muscles by drawing your belly button into your spine. Come to downward facing dog. Raise your right leg and step it through to your right thumb. Lower your back knee and send your arms up and overhead for low lunge. In low lunge, you want to keep your belly engaged and avoid having it just splay out in front of you. So in order to do this, draw your abdominals in and up. This will also help you create length in your torso. If having your arms up overhead isn't comfortable for you, you can modify the pose by bringing your arms down to a 90-degree angle, like cactus arms. I personally sometimes like to do this variation because it allows me to open my chest even more. To exit the pose, step back to downward dog. Then lift your left leg and step it through to your left thumb. Lower your back knee and send your arms up and overhead for low lunge on your left side. This pose helps to strengthen your ankles, your legs, your core, and your arms, while opening the front of your hips and your torso.
Breathe Yoga.